Hey guys, HDV here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon discussion video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at who is the best new ground-type Pokemon in Sun and Moon across all of the new Pokemon released. Now, I have done a couple other videos in this series showcasing other water, fire, and grass-type Pokemon, and many more, so if you are enjoying the series, then I do recommend you check those videos out. I would really appreciate it. But today, like I said, we're looking at the new ground-type Pokemon. I won't be going over any legendaries or ultra beasts that may have the ground typing because they are just stronger in general, and I also won't be going over any old Pokemon that may have the ground typing that appear in Alola because, you know, really concentrating on the new Pokemon. You know, that's what's hip and happening right now, that's what the stories are all about. With that being said though, I will be going over different things such as whether they have a dual typing, the abilities they get, what they're strong or weak against, their stat totals, and also their move pools to try and create a better idea of who is the best new ground type Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So with introductions out of the way, people, I really do hope you enjoy the video, and let's get started. Okay, so first up we have Alolan Dugtrio, who again is just the most fanciest Pokemon in all the land. He's got the locks to tell the story, you know what I mean? He's got the colour, he's just looking great, he's having a nice time out here. And Alolan Dugtrio is a dual typing of ground and steel. Thanks to the steel typing, he does resist quite a few typings, but unfortunately, because he's ground type, he is weak to a few as well. That being said though, he is only weak to fire, water, fighting and ground. So 4 weaknesses, quite a lot, but you know, not the worst. There's obviously a lot worse out there. But thanks to the steel typing, he is resistant to normal, he's immune to electric thanks to the ground typing, is immune to poison thanks to the steel typing, also resists flying, psychic, bug, 4 times resistant to rock, also resists dragon, steel and fairy. So quite a nice trade-off there on resistances and weaknesses. He does have a stat total of 425, 35 HP, which is obviously not the best HP stat ever, has 100 attack, 60 physical defense, 50 special attack, 70 special defense, and 110 speed. So, you know, a very fast physically attacking Pokemon. It's just he doesn't really have the defenses to, you know, really take a hit. So he's not going to really be any war really on any team. But the resistances do help with that poor defense stat. He does evolve from Alolan Diglett at level 26 in Alola, just like normal Diglett and Dugtrio evolution line, but they just evolve into normal Dugtrio. The moves that this Pokemon gets through a level up are Night Slash, it gets Rototiller, gets Tri-Attack, Metal Claw, Magnitude, Bulldoze, Sucker Punch, so some nice priority there. Also gets Earth Power, Dig, Iron Head, Earthquake, and Fissure. So quite a lot of nice physical attacking moves there, because obviously this Pokemon is a physically attacking Pokemon. You won't really be running any special type attacks on this Pokemon, since its special attack is half of its physical attack. But like I said, it does get some nice moves such as Earthquake, Iron Head, both obviously stab on this Pokemon, and then Sucker Punch for some nice priority. The egg moves that this Pokemon get are also quite nice. Gets Ancient Power, gets Faint Attack, gets Final Gambit, but that is obviously a special type move, so you won't be really using that. Does get Headbutt, Pursuit as well if you can Pursuit Trap something. Also gets Reversal and Thrash. So quite a handful of nice physically attacking moves here. The TMs that this Pokemon get are not really the best. Doesn't really have a massive variety through TMs, but you know, still a couple of good ones. Does get like Earthquake again if you know for some reason don't teach it to him when he learns it through level up. Gets Rock Tomb as well. Gets Shadow Claw, which is kind of nice. Gets Stone Edge, Bulldoze, Rock Slide, and Flash Cannon. So obviously Shadow Claw, Stone Edge, some very nice moves there. Also Rock Slide, if you don't like running the chance to miss on, well, obviously you can still miss with Rock Slide, but it's a much greater chance of missing with Stone Edge. No, Alolan Dugtrio is alright. He's bringing a couple of things to the table. You know, he's got a couple of things in his locker, but yeah, the abilities that the Pokemon get are Sandveil, Tangling Hit, and Sand Force. What Sandveil does is basically raises the ability bearer's evasion by 20% in a sandstorm, so that'd be quite nice on a sand team. The second ability is Tangling here, which is a unique ability to the Alolan Dugtrio evolution line, and basically when contact is made with this Pokemon, it lowers the opponent's speed by 1 stage. So obviously when you get hit by a physical attack, their speed is getting dropped. And then its hidden ability is Sand Force, which raises the power of ground, rock and steel type moves by 30% during a sandstorm. That's really good for this Pokemon because both of its typings that get powered up are both stab moves on this Pokemon, so like things like Earthquake, Iron Head, both going to get that 30% boost, plus the boost from stab, and it's already got a relatively decent attack stat as well, and is a very fast Pokemon. So yeah, it's not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world, but thanks to that ability on a sand team, Alolan Dugtrio would really thrive there and really be able to, you know, unlock its full potential. So it will be able to hit hard when you've got, you know, the Sand Force going up. So, you know, that's a really cool thing to keep in mind when you are using Alolan Dugtrio in the competitive scene. Like I said, doesn't have the best defenses, but obviously it's got some nice resistances to tie in with that, so that kind of, you know, level balances it out a little bit. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a Alolan Dugtrio. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. I mean, it looks fancy, you know, he's having a good time out there. You don't need to be that strong when you're looking that fancy, you know what I mean? But that is Alolan Dugtrio. Next up, we have Mudsdale, who I'm a big fan of. I'm a really big fan of this Pokemon. I really love the design. I thought when it got released, because I think this got released first, I thought it was just going to be like a single stage evolution, but obviously it does evolve from Mudbray at level 30, so that was really cool. I like evolutions, you know, it's always nice to have. But this Pokemon is just a single type of ground. That being said, though, it is weak to water, grass, and ice, whereas it is immune to electric, resist poison, and resist rock. So kind of just a 50-50 trade-off there. It's weak to 3 types, and it's resistant or immune to 3 types as well. It does have some nice abilities. It's got own tempo, which prevents the Pokemon from being confused. That can be kind of handy, although its best ability is by far stamina, which is unique to the Mudsdale evolution line. I've said this in a couple of videos, but I really like how in Sun and Moon they have really just brought loads of unique moves and abilities out for different Pokemon. It just really makes every Pokemon like more difficult to counter in the competitive scene and everything, and it just adds a whole new level. Like, you've got to really think about every single Pokemon that you're going up against, because they've all got like their own unique things and everything that they can bring to the table. But like I say, stamina is a very good ability because it raises the bearer's defense by 1 stage when it is attacked by any move. So basically, when Mudsdale gets hit, its defense is going straight up. So that's really strong. So you can really run like a bulky Mudsdale that can hit hard as well, because it's got some very nice stats. Its last ability is Inner Focus, which prevents you from flinching if you get hit by like Fake Out or Headbutt or something like that. This Pokemon does have a stat total of 500, which is a very nice stat total. It has 100 HP, 125 physical attack, 100 physical defense, 55 special attack, 85 special defense, and 35 speed. So not the fastest Pokemon at all by any means, but it's got some very nice bulk to kind of deal with that, and also the stamina boost as well whenever you get hit is also very nice. So you don't really have to run anything. You don't have to run too many like EVs or like beneficial nature in physical defense. Which obviously, if you get hit, you can predict like a Fake Out or something, which obviously isn't going to do so much damage, because Fake Out is a very low, like, it's not a very hard hitting move on most Pokemon. So you get hit by a Fake Out and you're already at +1 defense. You know what I mean? So if you can use Mudsdale really well there, and then you can put it all in special defense, make that as bulky as you can, or you can just make it as like a bulky physical attacker. You know what I mean? It's got a very nice attack stat of 125. So that's obviously hits very hard in the competitive scene, and this Pokemon is just all around a very good Pokemon. Anyway, like I said, it does evolve from Mudbray at level 30. The moves it learns through level up are also very good. It gets Bulldoze, obviously going to be running a physical Mudsdale because its special attack is only 55, whereas it does have 125 physical attack, so it'd be silly to run a special Mudsdale. But it does get Bulldoze, Double Kick, gets Stomp, gets High Horsepower, which I believe is a unique move to this Pokemon as well. But basically, the user fiercely attacks the target using its entire body. It's just a very nice stab physical type move with 95 power. It does only have 95. It does have 95 accuracy. There is that chance to miss, but you know, the trade-off's pretty cool. It does also get Heavy Slam and Counter, as well as Earthquake and Superpower. So this Pokemon gets quite a few really hard-hitting moves. So this Pokemon is very good in the competitive scene, like very good. Egg moves, it gets even more really good moves. It gets Body Slam, which can obviously paralyze things. It gets Close Combat, gets Double Edge, gets Magnitude. So Close Combat, Double Edge, and Body Slam, all very nice moves to have there. I think Counter could be very good to run on this Pokemon if you are running a bulky Pokemon, because obviously you'll use Counter, they'll hit you, you'll get that +1 boost, and then you'll hit them back with a powerful Counter. So you know, you can run Mudsdale in many different ways and really make him shine. The TMs that this Pokemon gets aren't super amazing, but it does get Earthquake again, it gets Rock Tomb, gets Low Sweep, Focus Blast, Bulldoze, and Rock Slide, and Payback as well. So not loads of like, this Pokemon doesn't have a variety of moves, because obviously it would be too broken if it got moves like Zen Headbutt and stuff like that. I think it would be really cool to have on this Pokemon, but I think that would have been a little bit too broken because it is a very strong Pokemon. So not having like a move for every typing it kind of just makes him more of a realistic Pokemon, but still getting things like Close Combat, Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Counter, Superpower, High Horsepower, you know what I mean? They're all very strong moves. It also gets Payback as well, which could be used nicely with this Pokemon, since it's got a very slow speed stat and very high physical defense stat. Especially with stamina, you get hit, you know, you're going to be dealing a lot more damage back to him. But like I say, big fan of Mudsdale. Love the design of it. I love horse Pokemon in general. I'm a big fan of Rapidash and stuff. But no, it was about time that we got another Pokemon like this. But yeah, like I said, big fan of this Pokemon. Last but not least, we have Palossand, because there are only 3 new ground type Pokemon that aren't Ultra Beasts or Legendaries. Palossand is the Sandcastle, you know what I mean? he's having a nice time in the sand. He is a dual typing of Ghost and Ground, and what that means is he is weak to Water, Grass, Ice, Ghost, and Dark, so 5 weaknesses there. However, there is some light at the end of the tunnel though, because he is immune to Normal, Electric, and Fighting, 4 times resistant to Poison, and then also resist Bug and Rock, so a pretty good trade-off there, having 3 immunities. This Pokemon gets 2 abilities in Sand Veil and Water Compaction. Sand Veil again just raises the abilities Evasion by 20% in a Sandstorm, so you know, used on a sand team. Water Compaction is probably the ability you're going to be using it, like I said. Just like Mudsdale has got his own unique couple of things, so does Palossand, and Water Compaction is Palossand's unique ability, and what that does is it raises the bear's defense by 2 stages when it hit by a water type move. So that's really cool because you basically have a water immunity right there. Well, it's not a water immunity, but you know what I mean, like it's definitely not a water immunity. Water is actually super effective on this Pokemon, but you know, when you get hit by a water type move, say get hit by like an Aqua Jet or something, which you should be able to take, that's going to raise your defense by +2, so that's really cool. I think that's an alright trade-off by getting hit by a super effective move. This Pokemon does have a stat total of 480 with 85 HP, 75 physical attack, 110 physical defense, 100 special attack, 75 special defense, and 35 speed, so another very slow Pokemon. Has the same speed total as Mudsdale, but obviously a lot of Alola Pokemon are very slow, but this Pokemon's got very nice bulk. Like I said, it's got 110 defense, 175 special defense, and 85 HP, and then obviously Water Compaction helping out with that defense boost, so that's really cool. Does evolve from Sandygast at level 42, so quite a high evolution there. The moves that this Pokemon gets through level up are pretty cool. It gets Mega Drain, it gets Bulldoze, Giga Drain, Shadow Ball, Earth Power, Shore Up as well, which I believe is another unique move to the Palossand evolution line, and basically the user regains up to half of its max HP. It restores more HP in a Sandstorm, so that's basically just some reliable recovery on this Pokemon. Also gets Ancient Power, Destiny Bond, Stockpile, and Spit Up through Egg moves, and Swallow as well. So this Pokemon is just a very bulky Pokemon. I mean, it's more of a stally Pokemon. It does kind of hit hard though. It's got 100 special attack though, so you know, it's not. That's a really nice special attack stat as well. It does learn moves such as Earthquake, gets Psychic, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Energy Ball, Rock Polish, Stone Edge, Rock Slide, Infestation. So if you can trap this Pokemon in, like I say, it does have 3 immunities. If you trap in something that can't really hit you with Infestation, I mean, you can do what you want really, and like I say, you can like get all your health back with Shore Up and everything like that. So this Pokemon is a good Pokemon, you know what I mean? He's nice and bulky. 3 immunities is always nice. Yeah, he does have 5 weaknesses, but you know, the 3 immunities just kind of counter that in the way. But that is all of the new ground type Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Obviously, like I said, there is only 3 new Pokemon. Who I believe is the best, I think I'm going to go with Mudsdale. I think Mudsdale is by far the best Pokemon. It's got incredible stats, got a nice stat total of 500, got very nice physical attack stat, it's got very nice bulk, it's got an incredible ability in stamina. That means whenever you get hit, even special or physical attack attacks, you get in that +1 defense boost. Yeah, it has 3 weaknesses, but it does is immune to electric type attacks and also resists poison and rocks. That's cool. Gets a pretty decent move pool. Like I said, it doesn't have like a massive variety, but it does get moves such as High Horsepower, Earthquake, Superpower, Close Combat, Body Slam. You know, there's enough moves there to be able to deal some hefty damage in the competitive scene. So I will be going with Mudsdale personally. Obviously, a couple of you may disagree with me, and if you do disagree with me, remember to leave your suggestion in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But like I say though, that is everything for this video, guys. So thanks again for watching. Have a glorious day. Remember, I do have a couple of the discussion videos coming onto the screen in a second, so be sure to check them out if you have the time. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe if you are enjoying the content on the channel. But again, that is everything from me, guys, so thanks again for watching. Have a glorious day, and peace.